It's time to cook with Susan Beck, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make hummus right in your own home. It's one of the simplest dips to make. You just need a few ingredients. Let's take a look at what you need to make hummus. The main ingredient is chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans. We'll need a little lime juice, some cumin, some smoked paprika or just regular paprika, onion powder. We're going to use 3 garlic cloves, some salt, and we're going to use some tahini. There's how you spell that. You can find that in your grocery store, possibly with the peanut butter, or maybe where they sell some of the things like the Mexican and Chinese products. We'll use a little olive oil and maybe some water or an ice cube to get it to the right consistency. The first thing I'm going to do is drain my chickpeas. I do not want the liquid from those. I'm going to let those drain through this colander. And as for the taste of a chickpea, it's kind of got the texture of the bean. For some reason, I like it a little bit better than, say, kidney beans and chili beans. They just seem like they're a little bit firmer. Their taste is pretty neutral. We're going to get most of our flavor through our spices and our garlic. But that's what makes hummus so much better for you than, say, some of the mayonnaise and sour cream based dips and so forth, is you get a lot of fiber from these garbanzo beans. We're going to put this all into the food processor, every single ingredient in there with my nice sharp blade down in the bottom. Move that over a little bit closer to me. So in go those garbanzo beans. 1 can is perfect. And then into there we're going to put 2 tablespoons of lemon juice just to give it a little bit of acidity. And we're going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We will add a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. Then in goes a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika or smoked paprika. And then we want 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. That one is used the most here. And I have a 3/4 teaspoon, so I will put that in 2 times and get that a little full. That's all right, it'll be okay. All right, setting those things to the side, we will then get our garlic ready to go. So I have this wonderful silicone roller here, and if I just stick my garlic cloves inside and give it a little roll, those little wrappers pop off quite well. Now I've got this nice clove, lost its papery parts there, or they're easy to pull right off. In go the garlic cloves. Don't really need to chop those up. I'll let the blade take care of that. Oh yes, and we still have to put in that tahini. So this is an interesting little product that I'd never heard of until I was going to make hummus. And now I actually use it in some of my ramen recipes. So check out some of those on my YouTube channel. It's actually just ground sesame seeds. That's all it is. 1 ingredient, nothing else but ground sesame seeds. And we want 1/2 cup of those. Now I love this adjustable measuring cup for sticky kind of things like this. So I'm going to put 1/2 cup of this sesame seed paste in there. And you know, that's why you might find it like near the peanut butters and the natural peanut butters, because it's got the consistency of peanut butter. You know, tastes quite a bit like a natural peanut butter. You don't have the sugar in it that you get in like your Skippies and your Jifs and some of those processed ones. Okay, this measuring cup is fantastic because you just push the bottom and everything slides out. Run your spatula across the top and you get all of it. None of it's hiding down in the nooks and crannies of a measuring cup. So we're going to start with just those ingredients, and then we'll decide if we need to add a little water or if we need to add, I'm going to use ice cubes today. I usually use the pulse setting. So hummus is usually nice and creamy and fluffy, and this is kind of chunky looking. So I'm going to start with 2 ice cubes, or you could do 2 tablespoons of water, and we'll see how that goes. Still pretty thick, not very creamy. I'm going to throw in some more ice cubes. After 6 ice cubes, I've got a much better consistency, much creamier and smooth. Now that we've got it to the consistency we want, I'm just going to add it to my veggie tray. I've got some green peppers, some red peppers, some carrots. I didn't have any cucumbers in the house today, but I love this with cucumbers as well. And I've also got some pretzels in here. that go well with it. Or I know people eat corn chips or probably more like tortilla chips with it. Really nice and creamy, great consistency. I just love all the garlic in it. Cumin adds a nice little touch. So this is the paprika giving it a little smokiness. And it's just fabulous. And you know, no reason to pay for those high prices of hummus in the store. A can of beans is so cheap, but hummus at the store can be a little bit on the pricey side. And it's definitely a very healthy dip. So much better than many of the other dips. Now be sure to subscribe because next week my video is going to be hummus again. But this time I'm going to make hummus with an acorn squash. You may have heard of like red pepper hummus, which you could put some roasted red peppers easily into the same recipe. But next week I'm going to show you how to roast an acorn squash and make hummus from that. So subscribe to Time to Cook with Susan Beck.